Welcome everyone to the finale of Season 2. We are here to find out if we're going to win our very long 6 seasons or 6 series since the last time we ever won a World Championship in a career mode, which goes all the way back to the very first one in F1 2012, Season 1 in the Force Indias. So I do apologise for the little bit of a slight delay in the stream, only because I've just had to do some family errands, so I do apologise about that. No, there's no power cuts on there, but I just want to apologise for last night. There was unfortunately a power cut that happened during the formation lap of the race, and I was absolutely gutted, as I know a lot of you will know from the tweets that I sent out. And I will take away from that our quali pace has dramatically improved, so I'm happy about that. And we will focus now for Sunday's race at Baku, a bit of a confidence boost going to that one on there. So we're here for the final race in Abu Dhabi, the end of Season 2, which means that we're going to be getting a new series starting up in a few days' time. I'm going to have the day off tomorrow to get stuff doing, so that's what we want to do. So I'm going to have a day off tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Wednesday for the start of Season 3. And in the annotations in the top right hand of your screen, if you haven't seen it, then refresh it, is a vote, because I'm going to ask you guys to decide where we'll go for Season 3. Now at the minute, this is just for this stream only, it's going to be just a query of what you guys would like to see me do. And I'm only doing the teams that I've selected based off what I think will be where we're going to be, basically, in terms of offers. But we could get something completely different from what we got on there. And it's a nice way, really, to finish off the season, where yesterday we crowned a new world champion in real life of Nico Rosberg, and everyone's got a load of opinions about what happened on there. So we'll leave it at that. But before we're going to start, guys, for you, just want to give you a bit of a heads up. I've already done practice off air, so I've got all the purples for it and got the resource points, but I've already ceased R&D because we're not going to get any upgrades. So we did a drag upgrade after the last race in Brazil, which has got us all 5 for drag now, and you can see we've overwhelmingly got a massive jump on the next car, which is Red Bull. So at the minute, you know, it's great that we have got the fastest car in the field, but obviously I want to try and win this championship with Toro Rosso right now. But hopefully this will work on your streams, but I don't know, because I've done this before and it didn't work. But on your screen right now, with the sound of the background going on of the game, this is where we stand right now in the championship. We're on 302 points, Raikkonen's on 298 points. All we need to do comfortably is win the race. That's all we need to do, and we will be crowned champion of Season 2 of career mode on F1 2016. Raikkonen has to win the race so he could be called champion, but if he comes second, we only need to come third, and the rest are on your screen as well. The lowest we have to come is 9th, basically. If Raikkonen comes 7th, if he gets anything lower than 7th, we are crowned the champions of there. So I want to thank Nick, one of the moderators, for providing me that, and I know a lot of other people as well did send me some spreadsheets and stuff and did some calculations, so I'm very happy about that. So I want to thank a few people. I'm just going to get them up in the chat quickly if I can find it. You just give me a second. Hypno and the Stig, who are obviously well-known regulars of the streams, that very kindly provided me stipulations as well. So thank you to you two as well, and Nick for providing me a very nice on there. But I'm going to put it back up on the screen for anyone who's good when we start the YouTube video off. But as you can see, that's the standings as it is for everyone else, of course. And in the constructors, we have solidified third place comfortably now from Mercedes. On there, Red Bull can't beat Ferrari, so the top three's basic. The top four's locked, well, top five's locked out. On there, Manor could still finish P6 ahead of Williams, which will quite be a big surprise for you. On there. But it did help, so I'm hoping that the scene changed and changed back to the game, which hopefully it has done on there, but obviously not really done anything on there. And we've got Vettel as a rivalry for the final race of the season. I will confirm to you guys right now the finale, the race for the finale of career mode will be up at around about 6:30 to 6:45 UK time, and then hopefully at the end we will potentially on air pick our team for season 3. If not, I'm going to do it off air and let you guys vote on that video to determine where we go. But I'm now going to do the YouTube video now because a lot of you have been asking me to start this. I have obviously wanted to start this about 5 minutes ago, but because I know Alex Afro is streaming at the same time with his career mode, not really going to be ideal for me and him at the same time. So I know he's doing 2 races of 25%. I'm doing basically the full qualifying, so hopefully I should be done before his first race finishes, so you guys can jump over to Alex and say, oh, we've come from Ryan's stream. So without further ado, let's get on with qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Let's do this, guys. Hello everybody, and welcome to the finale, part 1 of our F1 2016 live career mode being streamed right now on YouTube. As you can see from the background, we are at the glorious Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi for the final race of Season 2 of this career mode, and I just want to quickly, guys, say thank you so much for the support on Season 2. It has got better for us from Season 1, and I just want to say a massive thank you for supporting the channel, liking every video on this Season 2 streams, and have supported me and commented on all you who have been watching it live as well. We're here for the decider of the championship, and on your screen right now is the current stipulations that we have. I won't go through all of them, but the main ones we need to focus on is if we win the race, we'll be crowned champion, and if Raikkonen wins, he is called champion. And the lowest we need to come Raikkonen has to finish 7th or higher to stay within the championship. If he comes lower, we'll be called crown champion of Season 2 of career mode. So hopefully that came up on your screen there. If it did, then that's a great start to my career mode video here on there. So before we go into this, we did do an upgrade after Brazil, which I did off air, which is drag, and I've also ceased R&D as well because there's no point really. You can't really upgrade the car now because it gets reset and everything for next season. But we will finish as the fastest team in career mode for Season 2, which is fantastic, ahead of our main man, Red Bull Racing, of course, and Ferrari, McLaren as well. Mercedes dropped off massively and are now in the mid-pack with Haas, which is quite funny, and also Manor. But without further ado, guys, make sure to like the video as well if you're watching this live, and subscribe if you want to see the finale later tonight at around about 6:30, 6:45, but I will be tweeting out when I start, and also on your in your sub boxes as well. So make sure if you haven't already to subscribe right now if you want to see a cracker of a finale, because it could go either way for this championship. But without further ado, let's head to the track now for qualifying for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for the final time in Season 2. Let's go for pole, boys.
It's Saturday afternoon here at Yas Marina, where the drivers are about to embark on a challenging qualifying session, ready for tomorrow's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
So for the final time, welcome to qualifying, as Jeff, once again, likes to give me a little bit of a troll for the final race of the season. And I'm not even going to bother looking at the weather, because we know it's going to be bone dry for this race. But I'm going to quickly show you for the final time the setup that I'll be running for this race weekend. And after this video tomorrow, I will be uploading a very nice video showing off all my setups that I've ran for Season 2 of career mode in the Toro Rosso that you guys can use for your online experience, your multiplayer, or I've already said that, haven't I? multiplayer online experience, your career modes, or your single Grand Prix as well. It's entirely up to you which you want, if you want to use it or not, but I will be releasing that video tomorrow as a little gift to you guys for being awesome throughout this season on career mode. So here it is, guys. It's a very nice set for me, very comfortable on the tyres as well, which is very important for this race, because I'm going to try and attempt to do, as you can see, we've got a set of super softs. I'm going to try and attempt a one stop in this race with the super softs, qualifying on them, and then go all the way to the end on the softs. But if we can't, then we have got an extra set of the ultra softs ready, just in case, so we can just back off and, you know, try and defend from the rest of the field. Last time out in qualifying, we got knocked out of Q1 legitimately, which is kind of, you know, my bad, I will admit. Probably the worst qualifying I've ever done, apart from crashing in Monza, of course. But we're going to head out onto the track now for this one. And if you guys are new to the stream, make sure to slap a like and subscribe if you want to see more of the career mode series as we go into our 3rd season. And once again, it will be live again. But in the first episode, guys, I'm going to ask you what type fixed times I'm going to be doing, because I just want to try and get a bit of legitimacy on there, as my wheel has my pedals aren't plugged in for some bizarre reason, and I've got no force feedback, so just got to keep it nice and slow to start off with, just get the pedals, you know, suited and booted, as it does do this a little bit when I connect wheels and stuff like that. So just going to take it nice and smooth to start off with. But we're going to take this proper seriously now, this qualifying session. We're going to do the out lap. I won't do the in lap because it's just too long for me, but we'll do the on there. So Abu Dhabi, a track that, if I recall, last season we got a podium. Yeah, we got 3rd place in the last race of the season, which was quite good for me. And I think Sebastian Vettel won this race, if I can remember very nicely. It was a great race to do, and I think we kind of did a very good strategy as well. So we'll see how we get on with this one, but I'm feeling pretty confident going into this race. From what I saw in practice, that our super soft pace is actually quite good, and very good on the tyres as well, so that's why I'm edging to a one stop and doing a Max Verstappen style strategy. But we may have to do what Vettel did along with Ricciardo and do a 2-stopper. But obviously Vettel was on the super softs at the end. I'm going to try the ultra softs at the end, depending on how good the tyres are around here. But in the top right of the corner of the video as well, it's just an opinion poll for this one. And then obviously when we get to the finale later this evening, the votes will be the same vote, but it will be obviously a proper one. It will be to determine where we go for season 3. Do you want me to stay at Toro Rosso and try and do the double and then go to another team, or move to another one? Because we have been here for 2 seasons, and I probably would like to do a bit of a change of transition of teams and do bigger and better things with the series, but we'll see how we get on. As Alonso is currently the fastest man at the minute, but we are quicker in the first sector, as we have got that little bit of downforce, but we'll be a bit slow in this middle sector with the 2 long straights coming up, so which will hinder us of our straight line speed. But we'll see how we get on. All we got to do is get into Q2. That is the main goal in this episode, is just get to Q2, get the super softs in the top 10, and then just absolutely floor it and try and get in on to the front row. We've just got to beat Raikkonen. That is the main goal for us here today, of course. So we'll wait and see how we get on with that. Just a little bit too late on the DRS there, which is a bit unfortunate for us, but we're up by nearly 8 tenths on Fernando Alonso in the middle sector. So we must have had a moment or had a bit of traffic there if he's lost that much time to me. Or the McLaren isn't strong in the straight line as I would have thought it would, especially with their position at the minute in the performance comparison, where they've come pretty well, as Raikkonen now sets the quickest time of 40.7 at the minute. The current man in 2nd position in the championship, as we overtook Raikkonen for the first time in the series for the lead of the championship of Brazil, with our brilliant strategy call of doing 1 less stop on the inters compared to Raikkonen pitting twice. We come across the line and it's a 40.4, only 3 attempts quicker than Raikkonen at the minute, but that's a very promising start for us there. The 2 McLarens are lined up 3rd and 4th, with Alonso ahead of his teammate Jenson Button. So not a bad start that. Not particularly happy with the lap though, if I'm honest. Lost a bit of time in the last sector, but I'll take it, I guess, for now. But it's not a bad start, I guess, for us. And obviously the mods will be, I think Nick especially will be providing the live updates of the championship positions between myself and Raikkonen as it stands in the points for the race. So Nick, I hope you can do it. If you can, thank you very much. So I'm just going to just park it up now and return to the garage, and I think we may be safe on there. So in the top left right hand corner, guys, remember, it's only an opinion poll, but the next one will be, because I'm just trying to think of who or what teams we may get offered, because we're in a very good position right now to get some very nice lucrative offers from teams, but we'll see how that is. But you can see we're slow in the last sector by 3/10, whereas we're quite quick. Obviously the straight line's helping us with our setup, as we're quite quick actually. We're only just ahead of Raikkonen in the first sector, so it's quick. It's close between us and the first. Raikkonen's a lot quicker than us in the last sector by about nearly 4/10, nearly 3-4/10, and then we're just quicker by half a second. So it's somewhat close at the minute. So we'll see how we get on with that. But it's nice to see some familiar faces as always. The Stig, Nick, Cycling Games, Mad Dog, who recently became a mod, so well done to Mad Dog for becoming a mod on my streams. It's good to see on there. It's nice to see quite a few people here tonight. It's ridiculous. 70 people for a qualifying session is quite ridiculous. It's the most viewed qualifying of the season, so thank you to all 70 of you watching this race right now, this stream right now. But we'll be back anyway later. I'm not ending it now, by the way, don't worry, we're not out yet. It will be about 6:30 onwards for the stream, for the race, for the finale, and I'll let you guys know when that's going to be on Twitter. So make sure to follow me on Twitter. It's on the top of the screen and in the description as well if you want to keep informed of when I stream or anything about F1 that you want asking or any queries. You're more than happy to just send me a tweet or a DM. I'll be more than happy to speak to you as well on there. So see, some nice familiar faces, and I do apologise as well for last night's AOR race. We had a power cut here in Nottingham in my street, so unfortunately we didn't have it happen in the formation up, which was really annoying considering where I qualified. But we can take away our quali pace looks pretty strong now, and our race pace from Monaco looked pretty strong as well, as we have Baku on Sunday. So you guys are going to love Baku next week on Sunday, so that's going to be nice. Oh, it's a shame, Felipe, you can't make the race, but don't worry, it will be on YouTube anyway, mate. Probably say about 10 minutes after the stream finishes, you can watch it on there. So everyone, if you want, slap a like on this. I want to try and go for 50 likes on this stream for qualifying, as it is the final race of the season, it's the finale. And I can say as well, from next season, you guys are going to be controlling our future in terms of where we go, in terms of teams, obviously with the next stream coming up, the finale, upgrades, strategy. You all will be deciding the future of myself in the career mode for season 3. It's going to be one of the most interactive series I've ever done on this channel, as I want to get the community more involved in this career mode as they already are now. So you guys are going to shape up the future of my series, which could make us into doing particularly well in the championship or get fired, as we nearly did in season 1 on this. We can see Massa currently on a lap, and should be quite nice to see where he finishes. Obviously, I believe he's still got a contract in not life, obviously, because he's retiring, but in here I'm not really going to change anything in terms of modding, because obviously with me streaming, if I had Lance Stroll in here, it would look a bit weird if on the podium it's Felipe Massa on there, not Stroll, if that makes any sense. Because that's the issue with streaming, is you can't do what other people can when they do highlighted videos. Is on the podium, for example, as I like to do, is I don't want to see Felipe Massa on there, but it's supposed to be Lance Stroll. So I could try it maybe for season 4, but at the minute it doesn't really want to work on there. But I have got an idea for season 4 as well, so I'm going to keep that a bit tight-lipped for the time being on there. But if anyone's good at making like liveries on this game, then please let me know on Twitter. So if you guys think if you guys know anyone who's good at modding the game for liveries and stuff like that, then let me know over Twitter so I can have a little chat with you as well on there. But at the minute, we're still P1 at the minute. Ricciardo's gone a bit closer to us, a 10th off the pace. So we'll just skip it a little bit as I've been blabbering on for a little bit. So yeah, that's my issue at the minute with I want to try and mod this game, but I could always skip the podiums actually, that's a good point, Stig. So we're just going to see, I think we're going to be safe anyway. I think Raikkonen's in 4th, so that's definitely a very encouraging sign for us, of course. If you guys, I know a lot of you asking about the race, it's going to be at 6:30, so in about 2 hours time. So yeah, 6:30, 2 hours time will be the race. But I will always, an hour before the stream, I will put it up ready for YouTube on the sub feed. So it will be about 5:30. The stream link will go up, but the official confirmation I will be obviously unveiling very soon on there. Use my Brawn GP skin. Yeah, I could do that and maybe tweak it a little bit on there, but as you can see, Ricciardo went quicker than us by a 10th, being the fastest man of the session, with Verstappen 3rd, Raikkonen 4th and Alonso 5th. Sainz, our teammate, in 7th, but let's see who's out of Q1, and Bottas down the order there with a 42.6 is out of Q, and Hulkenberg as well, forgot to mention him as well. And then it's just the usual of the Saubers and the Renaults out of this first qualifying session. So we're going to go on to Q2 at the minute. Right, now you're right, JD, not TR Limitless, of course, so I thought it was JD for a second there, but I don't think he'd watched some of the videos, if I'm honest. But anyway, we're going to go back out on the used Ultra Softs, just set a banker lap, and then we're going to go on the Super Softs, as we're going to be qualifying on that tyre for the race. So we're just going to jump straight out now on there. So we're going to try and do, if you did join us for the little pre-show before I started the actual video for YouTube purposes, I'm going to try and qualify for a one-stop race. Qualify on the Super Softs in Q2 and then go on to the Softs at the end, like Max Verstappen did in real life yesterday. So I'm going to try and do that. If not, then obviously I've got a spare set of Ultra Softs for the race, so I can just switch onto them if I wanted to, if needs be, depending where Raikkonen is. And if he's miles behind, then we'll just comfortably stay out or play it safe and go on the Ultras. But we'll see come race time later this evening. But we're on our outlap at the minute, just going to be not bothered about these tyres, because obviously we're going to be setting this as a banker, so I can save a bit of tyre life for the Super Softs, of course. I don't know why I just did that, I'm trying to read comments like that, but we'll wait and see, of course. But let's get that. Just check the DRS is working fine. Okay, it is working fine. I had some issues with DRS actually for when I was off air practicing, that the button wasn't working for it. So my wheel has gone through a lot throughout the season, so the 2 seasons of career mode, with it not lining up properly and suddenly changing its position as well. So like if it's my wheel's straight, it's turning like that. Well, I'll show you now actually. So if my wheel's straight now, it would look like that, and it's really weird for me. So I have to keep resetting the wheel back to center, which can be a bit annoying, especially if it's mid-race like we did in Brazil in Season 1. But anyway, we're going to start off our first lap, as it's now getting into dusk mode right now, getting into the darkness, which is very unique about this track, as we start our first lap of this session of Q2. But remember, we're just going to take it easy to start off with on this one, as we're going to qualify on the Super Soft tyres, and if we don't get into 10th or lower, of course, we'll have to go out again on Ultras, but not what I wanted to do. But I think with the pace we have, we should comfortably get into Q3 on the Super Softs, but down the pecking order maybe, but we'll wait and see. As we come on to the long straight then, where the first of 2 DRS activation points are. And if you're new to F1, DRS is if you're under a second of the car in front, then you get this DRS, which gives you a little bit more speed down the straights and a possible chance of overtaking And you're right, Jennifer, good to see you as always, as we go over the curve there like Jenson Button did, which caused his car to retire with suspension failure. Yep, when you realise Alex Afro is streaming as well, I know. But my stream won't last long, if I'm honest, to be fair, because he's doing 2 races. I'm only doing the qualifying now, and then I've got the race stream later, and then I realise Arif's got his video for my career coming up as well. So that's going to be pretty awkward this evening, but I hope to see quite a lot of you out tonight for that one. I need all the support possible for tonight, just to give me a bit of encouragement and try and go for our first championship. And this is a true fact, this, from all the F1 games we've done, this will be the first championship win since F1 2012 in my very first career mode in the Force India. It's that long ago that we got that, but we're set at 42.1, not the fastest lap obviously, but this is a used set of Ultras and we're not really taking the lap very seriously, but just a little bit of a banker just to get us a bit, you know, focused for the Super Soft run on there, as it's actually going to be the temperature where the Super Softs will work very nicely in the cooler temperatures. So that's why I've gone for the Super Softs. No one's on the actually is on the Super Softs as I can see at the minute. Sainz currently the quickest man, with Gutierrez a surprising 4 for Haas as well, which is quite interesting. So we're just going to park it up now. Ricciardo goes quickest with a 40.5, but we're just going to return back to the garage now and get ourselves ready on there. So we'll see how it gets on. So yeah, with Arif's video going up of my career, but that's going to be quite interesting. But I know some of you will be loyal and wait to the end of the race to see his video. I'm going to wait until the end of the race, of course, being a good friend of Arif. The reason why I didn't use Rich for that one is because I set the time on used Ultras, and if I set that the fastest time, so if I was in the top 10 now, which we're not of course, if we were, then we would have to start on those used tyres, so I'll have to pit a bit earlier than usual, and I don't really want to do that. The drag upgrade is actually working nicely, Sonny, so just thought I'd let you know about that. Oh wow, Matt's got his career mode tonight as well. Matt's actually doing a career mode video. That's a while for Matt. On there, Ricciardo 14th quickest in the speed traps. Well, I think we're a lot quicker than Red Bull at the minute. On there, so we've got Ricciardo currently quickest, Verstappen in 2nd, Raikkonen in 3rd, our teammate Sainz in 4th. We're down in 11th, but we're the only driver we're the only one on the planning on the Super Softs. Everyone is on the Ultras, so that's quite a surprise. So I think everyone has gone for the aggressive tyre strategy for this race weekend. So I'm just going to skip a little bit, not too much obviously, because I want to go back out on the track and set a time on the board. So we're just going to get all psyched up now, just going to check everything is ready before we head out for this race later this evening, in exactly 2 hours from now, I will say. So this is going to be quite fun, this one. I'm looking forward to the race later this evening because it is a finale, it is a championship decider. And if you just joined us and do not know the stipulations, is currently we are already in the championship by 4 points going into this last race, as we picked up the win in Brazil and overtook Raikkonen. For the first time this series we lead the championship. So all we need to do is, if we win, whoever wins between me and Raikkonen in the race will be crowned champion. That's the first thing. I think we need to come 3rd if Raikkonen comes 2nd in this one, but Raikkonen has to finish anywhere 7th or above to stay in the championship. If he's 8th or less, then we will be crowned the champion of Season 2 of this career mode. And Ferrari would like to go for the championship, as they've won the Constructors already for the 2nd season in a row, but they want to win the Drivers' Championship for the 2nd season in a row, obviously with Vettel winning the championship in 1st season. So it's basically a winner-takes-all situation if Raikkonen is on the front row of himself. So we'll see who will come out on top, as we're just going to take so carefully on this outlap to save some tyre life on these Super Softs, to try and get them as long as possible. Thinking maybe lap 10 if I can in the race, but it is very close to this championship. We've come back from like 100 points near the halfway stage of the season. I think it was like 97 points after Silverstone was the gap, if I remember. It was somewhere around there. To where we are now, with a shot of the championship, is just amazing to be in this. And it should be fun for you guys to see a championship won live as well. And you guys get to see every single lap as well, as I'm going to back it off now, just to create a little bit of a gap as well. And just in this last sector, tyre management is going to be a key thing in the race. Right, so let's go now then. It's our only lap as well, so we've got to get this one absolutely spot on. But my main priority is just to get into the top 10. I'm not going to be bothered about if we're like third or something in the standings come end of this session. So the main priority is to just get in to Q3. Verstappen currently now the fastest man of the session, as we'll be quick in this first sector with our downforce. And we're only up by 1/10 of a second, as the cooler conditions is going to help us on the super soft. We ran a bit wide in this corner, so just getting a little bit of understeer on the car. So I'm just trying to be very cool and cautious here. Down the straight, we're going only up by 2.5 tenths now on this lap, so it's not that bad at the minute. But the last sector is where we're going to lose a lot of time, with it being very tight and twisty, which will work nicely for the people on the ultras, while we on the super softs will struggle just a little bit here. As you can see, now up by 0.8 of a second as we'll get the second DRS down the straight, and we'll see what this is going to be. It's going to be close. As you can see, we're matching now in the middle sector. Not much though, but it's going to be pretty close. This is between me and Verstappen, but as I said, this is going to be where we may lose a little bit of time, but we'll see. Just going to take it nice and slowly though, so careful in this last. We're going to come into the last couple of corners we go then. So it's going to be in the 140s, but don't know what this is going to be. Just a little bit wide though on exit, but we're going to come across the line, and it's only P7, so we're in comfortably on the super soft tyres. But we made a little mistake though in the last two corners, but we're through. That's the main important factor, and we are on the super softs for the race, which is definitely where I wanted to be, as we lost 0.6 in the last sector, just showing how bad our tyres are in that last sector. But we're through is the main factor, and Button, Hamilton, Massa, Verline, Sainz and Lord Harrianta himself is out of Q2. But only got one more thing to do now, which is the not the race, what I'm saying the race for. Q3 is coming up right now, and it's going to be very, very, very close in this one. So Q3 it is then. We may only do one run. That's what I'm thinking right now, to save another set of ultras, just in case of a safety car, because safety cars can happen, and we have seen in the past in some career modes that I've seen the safety car can ruin people's strategies. So I'm going to try and save a set of the ultras if I can, but I'm going to be back in 1 second anyway, guys. So I'm going to leave with Fernando Alonso just to get a quick drink, and then we'll go onto the track for possibly the final time in the series for qualifying. So I'll be back in about a minute's time to go on and do our lap, but I'll leave in the capable hands of Alonso as he takes you on a lap around the Aston Marina circuit. So I'll be back in a minute's time, guys, and then we'll head out and try and go for pole. So let me know in the comments below if you think we'll get pole, or if not, let me know where you think you're going to be. Anyone who gets it correct will get a nice shout out during the end of the episode of the video. So I'll leave you guys for about a minute, and I'll be back for my lap. So I'll be back in a minute.
situation changes, we'll let you know. Standing by.
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm going to go on track, don't worry. I'm not restarting the session, do not worry. I think I'll have time to get around, but I have to absolutely floor it. It's not how I would do it, but give me some of that draft, Ricciardo. Give me that draft. I may have to do some track extending right now. If not, then we're qualifying 10th regardless, but we're going to have a fresh set of ultras. I've got one set saved already.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
And I think we're going to get over the line just about. But we've got a Haas ahead of us, which is not what I need, but absolutely floored it, and we've just made it to the line with, what, 4 seconds to spare? Let's get this time. I don't even know what the pole time is, so this is going to be quite close. We're just going to have to qualify with what we've got. But that was close. I would admit I was a bit long, but my dad wanted to have a little word with me about a little favour he needed to do, but sorry, Gutierrez, but he needs to be out of the way. God, there's a lot of time in this part of the lap, but we're 3 tenths up on Vettel in the first sector. We're going to lose maybe a tenth or 2 in the middle thanks to Gutierrez there in the Haas, but we'll see how we get on anyway. We've got to think about petrol as well, fuel. It's going to be pretty close. I told you I'd get back, guys, just in time for a lap. I wasn't going to do 1 lap anyway, so it would have been waiting 6 minutes either way. But this is going to be a very close qualifying session, I can tell you that right. So we lost 2 tenths in the middle sector. Oh, this is a very wide lap there. Start the final sector, but currently we're on pole at the minute from the 2 sectors, but it's going to be pretty close going into the fly. But the main goal is to be ahead of Kimi Raikkonen. That's all I'm focused on at the minute. I don't even know where Kimi is actually in positions, but we're coming up to the penultimate corner then. We go in Abu Dhabi. Can we get another pole to start us off in a very good mood for tonight's finale? Coming into the final corner, is it going to be enough for pole? We're about to find out. It's going to be pretty close, and is it pole position here at Abu Dhabi? The answer is no, it's 4th on the grid. 4th on the grid then for this race, and it's going to be quite interesting actually. Raikkonen's ahead of us. Balls. Oh wow. 140 people watching this as well. Mad.
With qualifying complete,
Mad things.
all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So here we go then, the final qualification then for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is Sebastian Vettel is on pole by only nearly 2/100ths of a second from Daniel Ricciardo. Raikkonen our rival in P3, with us in P4, Max Verstappen in 5th, Carlos Sainz in P6, Alonso 7th, Rosberg in 8th, then the 2 Hasses behind of Romain Grosjean out-qualifying his teammate Esteban Gutierrez as well. So what does that mean is if it stays as it is right now, if Raikkonen was 3rd, so if it's basically stay as it is, we would be crowned champion by I think a point. I'm not 100% sure, 2 points. But as it stands, if it stayed as it is right now, we would win the championship for this one. So it's not what I wanted, but remember, we were not that great in the last sector, as you know. So a lot a lot there. We lost 3 attempts in the last sector, but really, I'm happy with what we've got. So on there, but I'm going to end it there, guys, because I have to go and sort some tea out, and then I'm going out for a little bit. So I won't be able to do the race, but the race will be at 6:30 UK time. So in about an hour and just under 2 hours from now will be the race for the finale of this second season of Career Mode. And I want to thank all of you coming out for watching this, as, yeah, we'd lose that. But we go back up on there. So 4th on the grid it is for this race in Abu Dhabi. And I just want to make sure, guys, that you are pumped and ready for this finale tonight. It is the final race of Season 2. Potentially as well tonight, you guys will vote on which team we go for, or we stay with Toro Rosso for Season 3 of our live Career Mode. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching this qualifying session. I only did say I was do 1 lap in Q3, but a bit of a delay with that, so I apologise. Family errands do come first over this, so that's why. But make sure to like the video and subscribe if you do not want to miss the finale, which is happening at 6:30 tonight, guys. 6:30 UK time. It will be in your subscription feeds, and also I'll be tweeting it out as well with the help of the moderators as well. They will possibly be helping me out promoting this finale, because I want to get as many people in as possible and see if we can win the championship tonight. That's what I'm going for, and I can assure you as well, a shoey will be happening possibly if we win this championship. You heard it here first. Our second shoey of the series could be a championship winning one, so we'll wait and see if that's the case. But thank you very much for watching this, guys. We've got a lot of work to do for the race. We are on the super softs, remember, so we have got a bit of advantage over the rest of the pack around us. But until tonight, guys, at 6:30 UK time, I will see you then for the finale tonight. And until then, have a nice little couple of hours off, guys, and I'll see you for the finale tonight. It should be a cracker. I'm looking forward to it. But until then, guys, see you later, and I will see you for the finale. Take care, guys. See you later.